Alrighty. Good. Well, I believe it's afternoon, but it looks like it's evening. Good afternoon, Twitch. My name's Alloway, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. Anyone who actually watches our Elder Scrolls playthrough would remember that I said that I was going to try to be in the exact same spot where I was when I ended the last stream, to pick right up where I left off. Of course, then everything else started happening, and since I'm back to streaming again, you might as well got to do a bunch of stuff now. So I remember on this character, what did I do with her? I used to take her into Cyrodiil and Imperial City for some of the events, just because I didn't want to tussle with I didn't really want to tussle with certain things. Anywho, but now that we're back, let's just continue. I might actually take a break at some point and switch off the and switch off my and switch off a lot of characters, or rather switch off my Oaken Soul build, just to see what I can do without otherwise. I was also gonna grind some of the other stuff off camera, but I never did it. Go figure.
Mortal, let me aid
you. Easy.
Alright, so let's see what happens. What horrors lie within.
How disappointing. Another name that overpromises and underdelivers. Yeah, well, we might as well look around.
Work here. I think most people get sick of me reading the dialogue out, so I'm just gonna read the this in my head, and anyone wants to watch can read it themselves later, because this ends up on YouTube anyway. Prince of Pestilence.
Master Shalreni. Are you familiar with this mortal?
Well, of course I'm not up. Kind real.
The Dreamcarvers plan to strike at Apocrypha? Oh, that must be the disturbance in fate that brought me here. I assumed this would turn out to be some pointless mortal delusion. A minor contradiction easily resolved. Put Oblivion gateways in Daedric shrines, and plans to invade Apocrypha? Ugh. This might take longer than I thought.
What do you make of the 2 letters we found here?
Clearly, the cult used the mind to construct a portal to Apocrypha for the express purposes of invading my master's realm. They also sent stone to restore a Daedric shrine, most likely one devoted to Periite of Vermina. But who's Master Shelreni?
I'm not sure, but our letter to Conry Real mentions the relic and a right they need to find a door.
Doors in Apocrypha lead to secrets and knowledge. Something this Torvasard saw in a dream? Is that why Vermina is involved? I suppose we should investigate the mine next. Just make sure I don't get mutilated. Reconstitution is so unpleasant.
Alright, let's go to the glass mine.
Most of the time, the research I undertake is wasted. But my study of the area indicated that the mine runs underneath the village. The entrance lies to the east. Why do you bear the mark of my master, mortal? You don't seem to be a devotee.
I made a deal with Hermaeus Mora to save Apocrypha and Nirn. He called me Fate's Chosen.
Of course he did. Mortals always get the special titles. But who winds up doing all the work? Usually that's me. Well, as long as we're both here, we might as well work together. What's the worst that could happen? Never mind. I already know.
Any idea who this Torvasard is?
Never heard of him. The letter we found claims he's an unaligned Dremora, working with Vermina and Periite. And with Master Shelreni, too. It's highly unusual for a Dremora not to be dedicated to a clan or a prince. Not mention of a dream.
What about Torvasard's dream?
Another contradiction and a flood of discrepancies. Daedra don't normally dream. Not like mortals, at any rate. Not even the Dremora, who consider themselves above the rest of us. I may need to look into this Torvasard when I return to Apocrypha.
Well, if I even remembered what the plot was, I would say the plot thickens. Oh well. I know we made a deal with Hermaeus Mora. And now here we are doing stuff for him. Man, that is like the, that honestly feels like the, ouch. It's supposed to be below us. Put a mine below your village. It's not like the mine will collapse on its own.
No large gateway here. I suppose we'll need to go deeper inside.
Wouldn't be an adventure unless we did.
Malachite. Volcanic glass that absorbs magicka under the right conditions. A good choice for building a gateway to Oblivion. Some of the missing villagers. Mortals should have the decency not to leave their empty husks lying about. It's untidy.
You know, for a watcher of the, knowledge god, they're kind of, ignorant in that regard, aren't they?
An arched gateway. It's inactive, but I can detect the lingering energy of Apocrypha in the air. It must have closed recently. Look around, mortal. We need more information before I attempt to activate this gateway.
Right.
but at least we have the invocation needed to activate the gateway. Contradictions cling to those tools like void tapes adhere to a Watcher's tentacles. Leave them for now. We need to deal with the gateway. I suppose we have no choice. We need to activate the gateway and follow Hermaeus Mora's enemies to Apocrypha. Such heroics aren't usually part of my duties, but so it goes. I'll open the portal, then in we go.
You want me to accompany you to Apocrypha?
Did I use the wrong words, mortal? My investigation is incomplete. To find out what the hidden kindred seek in my master's realm, I must follow them. And since you agreed to assist me, you must follow me. I like it less than you, believe me.
What should I expect in Apocrypha?
Apocrypha can be overwhelming for mortals. You may find power or despair, knowledge or madness. Still, you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora. I think you're meant to go there, and damn it all, I think I'm meant to go with you.
Alright, activate the gateway.
Ready yourself, mortal. And what was that invocation? Ah. By seventh Umbra and the dismal name, I bid thee open Sepheliarch's fane. I followed a disturbance in the threads of fate to this location, mortal. Now we hover over a precipice. Enemies of my master have invaded his realm. As much as I hate the idea, we need to follow them and protect Apocrypha. Now enter the portal.
Alright, okay. I was gonna say Geronimo, but...
Behold, Apocrypha. Don't look up, mortal. I understand your kind find our sky disturbing. Let me see. Head south. They went that way.
I guess I can always talk to this guy while I'm here.
It will never pay off the debt now. Yet another creature approaches poor Hezek, this time a mortal. Will you rob me as well? I have nothing. Less than nothing once Madam Wynn adds to my debt.
Someone robbed you? What did they steal?
They stole a secret. I carried it through this awful, ravening morass to trade at the obscured forum. Madam Wynn wants a boon from Hermaeus Mora. But the Void Prowler clan found me, kicked me, then stole the secret. I'll never get it back.
Why can't you steal back from the Void Prowlers?
They would just kick me again. I need help. You could help. Mortals lack gold, right? I have some. We'll find the Void Prowlers, and then you'll take the secrets. Maybe keep them back. Then you can keep Hezek safe while we finish my job.
I'll help take back your secret from the Void Prowlers and trade it at the Obscured Forum.
I can track the Void Prowlers with my mirror, but I lost it when they chased me. Look around some stairs by the shore, and grab anything that might belong to the thieves. That'll be helpful. That's it. Get walking. I hear mortals require exercise.
You carry secrets?
When required, I don't have much choice. Hezek's debt to Madam Wynn is long, and only getting longer. So yes, I carry secrets. Fetch people. Do her shopping. Whatever she asks.
Who is Madam Wim?
She owns the House of Whims in Fargrave. It's a shop that trades in, well, All of it. Think of something. Yeah, she can get that. Most people go to her because she's discreet. That's probably how she got this secret in the first place.
How'd you get in her debt?
After some misunderstandings, she made me choose a debt of service to her or trade it to Barryites. Easy decision. That was about 1,000 years ago, but the interest keeps accumulating.
Well, what's this Fargrave you mentioned?
No matter how often I deal with them, mortal ignorance always surprises me. Fargrave is a place between places. It connects spots in Oblivion to make getting around easier. No prince owns it, which makes life there a bit of a free-for-all. That's an odd question. How do you carry anything? You put it in your pocket. Or maybe your back if it's a big secret. Several hundred years ago, I hired an Necrom card to convey a particularly large secret for Madam Wim.
A secret isn't a physical item, though.
Physical item? What's physical? Am I physical? I made this meat heap you see out of energies from Oblivion. So what am I? Physical or energy? Mortals have souls, yes? Or are you meat or a soul? Both, right? There you go.
Then what does a secret you lost look like?
First, I didn't lose it. It was stolen. Anyway, it looks like, what immortals call it? A thing you used to eat? A fork, yeah. Couldn't tell you why it chose to look like that, though. Secrets aren't known for explaining themselves.
I'm looking for a fork. You know what?
Now
Don't matter.
music relies on mortal help. What's become of me?
Okay.
Poor Watcher. The invaders can't be too far ahead. Husk hasn't dissipated yet. The trail continues to the west, mortal.
I see something nice. Yours for the taking.
Ooh. Heavy sack. Thank you.
Always nice to get stocked up.
All of that thing is normal. The contradiction they were compelled to create hangs heavy in the air. The trail continues west. Trail leads directly to the tranquil catalog. Oh, no. Pick up the pace, mortal.
Hold, intruder. I failed to stop your allies, but I won't allow any more of you to enter the catalog. Pardon my impertinence. Now I see that you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora and travel with one of the great Ice Watchlings. Have you come to aid us, stranger?
I agreed to help protect Apocrypha. Tell me what happened.
Invaders forced their way into the Tranquil Catalog. I think they were devotees of Periite and Vermina. But how could that be? And Dreamcarver Dremora accompanied them. They killed or drove off my fellow ciphers.
Who are you and what is this place?
I am a humble cipher, a mortal scribe in service to the Great Eye. This is the Tranquil Catalog, a register and index of the contents of Apocrypha. Hermaeus Mora's enemies could wreak havoc with the information stored here.
Where can I find these invaders?
They scattered once they broke into the catalog, but two headed toward the Pool of Inquiry. A dream carver Kinreeve, and a second remora with markings the likes of which I've never seen. Please, you bear the Great Eye's mark. Stop them.
The Pool of Inquiry? I know the way, mortal. Only Hermaeus Mora's most trusted followers and scribes are allowed access to the Tranquil Catalog. But if the Hidden Kindred and their Dremora allies know about the Pool of Inquiry, we must hurry, mortal.
What should I know about the Pool of Inquiry?
It's an index of sorts. Whatever the Hidden Kindred seek in Apocrypha, they must not know where to find it. So they've come to the catalog to get an exact location. The Pool of Inquiry contains such information, if they know how to retrieve it.
How do we stop them?
If they escape before we catch up to them, then we do what they did. Use the Pool of Inquiry to find them. The waters contain a record of everything in Apocrypha, which now includes these enemies of the Great Eye.
Sounds easy enough. I kill them, or if they run away, I track them, and then kill them. Easy plan.
Invaders in the Tranquil Catalog? What a calamity. The way to the Pool of Inquiry is straight ahead.
Let's go.
Light Crown serves Periite, but orders the Hidden Kindred to work with Vermina? Strange allies indeed. The invaders shattered the portal seal. We need to follow them to the Pool of Inquiry. I was afraid of this. The invaders use the sacred tears. Look around. Without them, we can't use the pool. These portals lead to the shrines where we can find more of the sacred tears.
Of course they do. And what horror awaits for me behind them?
More of the invaders. I am a vessel of the Great Eye. Call on me.
Stay with me.
Here, mortal. Let Apocrypha smite your foe.
Got to be better than that to stop us.
The mortals of Skyrim know the Great Eye is Hermamora. Gather the sacred tears.
That was an interesting read. So these shrines are just old, I guess, are the culminations of old places by which the ancients worshipped, or not worshipped, but spoke of Hermaeus Mora. Perhaps worship was there too.
This one's mine.
I am a vessel of the Great Eye. Call on me. Hermora is the Great Eye's name among the Khajiit. Gather the tears, mortal.
Well, if nothing else, tall tales and whatnot, lost knowledge scattered about. It makes me want to go back and play Skyrim and read the novels as you pick them up. But there's a lot of reading there.
Let's go.
Mortal, let me aid you.
I wonder what would happen if somebody decided to just light a match in this place.
I am a vessel of the Great Eye. Call on me. Be careful. Dream carvers and hidden kindred lurk around every corner. Here, mortal. Let a popper smite your foe.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
The aliens called my master here, Mamora. Pity they're long gone. I found them interesting. Hands. I'm not jealous at all. Now take the tears and place them in the pool.
Well, look how well that worked out for you guys.
See how the pool reveals our goal? Tranquil Archives. Enter the pool and it will take us there. The Tranquil Archives. We need to find it.
Watch it! I can't pick you up!
The same thing happens to me in Dark Souls all the fucking time. But couldn't you put like a way shrine somewhere else?
You will beg me to kill you, mortal. Vermina's nightmares fight beside me, mortal.
Smack from Fate's tentacles and free you.
will be a challenge after all. Let us see how you handle a nightmare.
Let me hit you with a tentacle, mortal.
Can't hold on.
Possible. No mortal can best me.
This mortal is about to.
I will remember.
Suppose I need to activate this bridge for you. It would be easier for both of us if you could just float. Torvasard has already accessed the knowledge preserved in this glyphic. We should find out what it contains. Tomes emerged from the glyphic. Read them, mortal.
Oh boy.
The Pact Primordial prohibits Daedric princes from entering another's realm. But that's hardly a secret. Torvasard said he was trying to remember a lost dream. He believes he can find it in my master's realm. Tormenting Eye? That's one of my master's black books. These tomes were reluctant to dispense their information. I wonder if Torvasard learned more. Let's discuss this, mortal. Glyphics endure for eternity. I've never heard of any erasing themselves before. Very strange. Do you understand the text that remain, mortal? I found the words very disturbing.
I'm not sure. What did you make of the 3 books?
One concerned the Pact Primordial. Could they be seeking a way to subvert that ancient restriction? The second mentioned lost dreams, such as the one Torvasard seeks to recover. It told of a place in Apocrypha to find such misplaced memories.
But the exact location wasn't in the lines of text that remained.
No. But we have to assume Torvasard learned the location before the text faded away. The final book referred to one of Hermaeus Mora's most infamous black books, The Tormenting Eye. It said it contains a rite for unlocking dangerous secrets.
Tell me about the significance of the Pact Primordial.
The Pact refers to ancient laws that bind the Daedric princes. No prince may physically intrude in another's realm, everyone knows that. Well, perhaps not mortals. That they sought out the tome tells us something important.
What does it tell us?
The invaders found a way to enter Apocrypha undetected. Perhaps they hope to open a path for one or more of the rival princes? That would be disastrous. There's nothing more we can do here. It's time to exit the Tranquil Catalog.
Alright, meet you outside.
One moment and I'll conjure up a portal. It appears we're in no immediate danger. We can speak here, mortal. I've never faced such a convoluted contradiction of fate before. While we learned the cause of the incongruity, I wasn't able to make the necessary corrections, unfortunately. At least we chased off Torvasard and defeated the Kinreeve.
Is there anything? Is there anything else I can do to help Scroot?
You want to help me? What a strange mortal you are. But resourceful. I'm not sure I would have learned anything at all without your assistance. Here's the gold I promised. You earned it. This problem bears contemplation. I'll find you again soon.
Cool.
Wait. My master, Hermaeus Mora, wants to speak with you, mortal. He will use me as his vessel.
Scroot, what's happening?
Know that the Prince of Secrets addresses you, chosen of fate. I can...
Laramel the Wise? You know this mortal too? Then understand that agents of Vermina invaded my master's realm.
No, one of Hermaeus Mora's examiners of contradictions. Reality is in jeopardy, Watchling. We can use every ally we can get.
Scroot seems all right. Certainly more personable than some people I've worked with before.
Dang. Did I accidentally skip something? I don't know. Well, clearly I did, but...
Vermina's servants built a secret gate to Apocrypha beneath Olivalis. The village was not important then, only the gate. The people were merely collateral damage to the Dream Carvers and their hidden kindred allies. A reasonable and prudent request. I shall provide what details I can, but I know little more than you do. Local history and politics are not my usual area of study. Which location would you like to know more about?
Did I already ask this? I probably did. Alright. Let's go to Telrandis.
Come, Proxy. Fate dictates that I join you at this location.
If you say so.
The threads of fate draw both of us to this place, Proxy. Telrandis, once the home of a powerful Telvanni magister named Meln the Mouthless, but now abandoned. From what I could ascertain, no one knows what happened to the wizard of this tower.
Is that why we're here, to find out what happened?
That has yet to be determined. One of the strands of fate revealed to me converges at this location. More than that, Hermaeus Mora expects us to learn for ourselves. Of the 3 sites, this one requires that I be on hand to assist you.
Why is this place more important than the other 2 sites?
I never said it was more important. Just that fate requires both of us here. More than that, we shall need to determine. I do sense a lingering presence. A connection to Apocrypha. Help me investigate this place and Hermaeus Mora will reward you.
Done. I'll help you investigate Telrandis. Where do we start?
I wish to survey the tower and its grounds. The threads of fate hang over this place like cobwebs of possibility and consequence. Let us explore the center of the compound and see where those threads take us.
What can you tell me about the Telvanni?
The Telvanni are one of the great Dunmer houses. They focus on magic and the arcane arts, and they consider power, ruthlessness, and ambition to be paramount. We must be careful in our dealings with them, for they are nothing if not dangerous.
You mentioned a name. Meln the Mouthless?
Yes, but I could not learn much. Just that he owns this tower, but has not been seen in some time. The place is considered abandoned. He was a Telvanni Magister, the highest rank in the house, second only to the Archmagister.
What does it mean that he was the Mouthless?
Telvanni Masters and Magisters avoid undue socializing, fearing threats from all directions. So they appoint agents to represent them. Mouths, Meln eschewed the practice, hence they called him Mouthless. I expect his tower to be a fortress.
So in other words, he was, like every other Magister, he was a fearful loner who was so paranoid he didn't even trust having messengers. Cool. I'm definitely not gonna walk into a maze of booby traps and dead ends and...
Dusk-sabers here. Careful, Proxy. I have faced these vampire mercenaries before. The vampire mercenaries. The tower's defenses have them well occupied.
Wait, hold on. Headed to Old Isra?
Not yet.
Master Shelready, the tower's defenses continue to oppose us.
Meln was thorough, I'll give him that. Any word from the tower?
No progress yet. I'll keep you informed.
See that you do, Captain. You there, come forward. You aren't with the Dusk-sabers.
A Telvanni master. Speak with her, Proxy.
Master Shelready. Wait, I know her.
I expected to have Telrendis all to myself today. And you're certainly not one of Captain Zenfis's vampire mercenaries. So, who are you, and why have you come to this tower?
I'm Alloway. We heard the place was abandoned.
Abandoned, yes, but not without its defenses. Telrendis is a dangerous place, Fla. I advise you not to interfere with the Dusk-sabers. And it seems Meln the Mouthless left Telrendis well protected, as my mercenaries can testify.
Meln the Mouthless.
Oh, the Telvanni Magister who owned this place. He's been missing for decades. The old fool possessed a book that I very much want to add to my library. Scavenge if you will, as long as you understand the book is mine. Now, why are you really here?
Like you surmised, we're here to scavenge whatever we can from the abandoned tower.
A capable adventurer might be just what I need. The wards of Telrendis are intended to keep out other Telvanni wizards, myself included. And since my Dusk-sabers are stymied, I have a proposition for you.
What kind of proposition?
Find a way into the tower and breach Meln's defenses so I can recover the book I seek. You can then attend to your business with the gratitude of a Telvanni master. So what do you say? Do we have an agreement?
We'll help find a way into the tower.
I suggest you begin with the old Telrendis Hall, to the southwest of this camp. Captain Zenfis reports that his Dusk-sabers are having a difficult time there. If you can succeed where they have so far failed, I will make it worth your while.
You're working with vampires?
The Dusk-sabers? They're mercenaries, Fla. Efficient, capable, and rather expensive. But I believe in hiring the very best. No need to worry. They won't bite anyone, unless I pay them to.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
An appeal to my vanity. How charming and clever. We Telvanni think highly of ourselves and enjoy sharing. I'm an accomplished mage, as you might guess. And I have more than earned the right to wear a master's hood. In fact, I should be a magister.
Magister?
The next rank up in the house, which will allow me to challenge the Archmagister. I expect to be awarded the rank soon enough. Now, don't you have a tower to break into?
I'm really curious to see what happens if I ask so. I found your instructions at Alavelis. What were you doing there?
My business is my own. But if you must know, I recently purchased a shuttered malachite mine there and put it back into operation. I'm not surprised you found some of my correspondence. I regularly exchange letters with the overseer I hired.
You instructed hidden kindred cultists to build a gate in the mine. The villagers wound up dead.
I instructed my work crew to set up an arcane experiment. Nothing dangerous. If the overseer I hired employed Daedric cultists, it was without my knowledge or consent, and I rarely order my hirelings to commit violence, let alone kill anyone.
Okay. Tell me about the relic, the right, and the... Oh, okay. I'm really broaching some territory here.
Are you a spy for one of my rivals? Or perhaps you're really working for one of those tiresome temple ordinators? Regardless, I don't need to explain myself to you. Now either assist me with gaining entry to Tel Rendis, or leave this place at once.
That Telvanni bears watching. But the tower remains the crux of our investigation here. Let us find a way in.
Some real cloak and dagger games are about to begin, I can tell. Oh, someone's getting out in the... Well...
A magical ward seals that door. What happened here, mercenary?
What happened here? The ward killed my comrade. Not easy to do to a Dusksaber. Careful there, stranger. Whatever three-cursed spell trap the old Magister placed on that door kills vampires like us rather efficiently. But I don't recognize you. You're not a Dusksaber. Did Master Shelreni send you to help us?
Master Shelreni sent us to help open a path into the tower. Tell me what happened here.
Nalia tried to push through the ward on that door. The note over there suggests that something in this room disarms the trap. Clearly, she guessed wrong. I think this strange lens is part of the puzzle. We found it by the note.
A strange lens. What does it do?
Here, you take it. We obviously weren't able to figure it out. I'll be damned if I try to use it again. If Shelreni sent you, by all means, be my guest. I'm just going to stand back here.
I'll see if we can figure out how to dispel the ward.
Lenses such as that can reveal hidden things. Look through it, Proxy. Look for anything glowing. That should be the switch to dispel the ward.
The ward is gone. Master Shelreni must be informed at once.
This is our opportunity. Lead the way, Proxy. This portal should take us to the tower. We have reached the lower level of the tower. There should be more portals to take us higher, Proxy.
Of course the plants are still alive.
Dare enter the Tower of Meln, Magister of the Telvanni? Turn back or be destroyed!
I'll take
A
that chance.
spirit. Ignore it and keep going, Proxy.
You aid that thief and liar, Shelreni Barrow! Provoke me at your own risk, intruder!
Interesting. The spirit seems aware of Master Shelreni's attempt to access the tower.
As if murdering me wasn't insult enough. Now she sends you to steal my book.
Is this spirit actually Meln the Mouthless? Perhaps he is the thread that led us here.
Prepare to face the fury of Meln the Mouthless, Magister of the Telvanni! Or we could have a nice chat and discuss this like civilized people.
Oh.
Reasonable request. Speak to the spirit, Proxy.
I was actually looking forward to a big fight. That actually kind of reminds me of how they did Hades in the Percy Jackson, and or rather, the Lightning Thief in the movie, not the Netflix adaptation. Though I haven't watched that myself, so I wouldn't know.
If there's one thing I learned in death, it's how foolish the living can be. I know all that passes in my home, intruder. I heard your bargain with that so-called Master Shelreni Barrow. You have given my murderer access to my tower.
Master Shelrani murdered you? Why?
Why does a Telvanni do anything? Ambition, power, greed. 20 years ago, I stood in Shelreni's path. An obstacle to the higher rank she craved. She requested a meeting. Instead of negotiating, she killed me and tried to steal my prized possession.
If you were dead, what stopped her from stealing this possession of yours?
Oh, just all the contingencies I had in place. With my last breath, I banished her from the tower and set all the wards and defenses. They held perfectly well, until you mucked everything up. She'll have no trouble stealing my black book now.
Black book?
The Tormenting Eye, a tome of forbidden secrets. I see Hermaeus Mora's mark on you and your companion. If you don't know about the black books, she can tell you more. Shelreni Barrow is careless in her pursuit of power. She must not possess my book.
What are you asking, Melon?
Two things protect my book. The spell of illegibility I cast upon it, and the fact that without my aid, it will take her time to break the spell on her own. Still, I'd rather she never get her hands on it. Stop her, and I'll find a way to reward you.
I need to discuss this with Laramil.
The thread becomes clear. Hermaeus Mora sent us to recover the Black Book.
The Black Book is mine. And with this soul gem, I also have this miserable spirit. Meln comes with me.
And I thought this day couldn't get any worse.
I knew a Telvanni master would be formidable. Come, Proxy. We have plans to make. The threads of fate here are tied to 3 things. Master Shel Rennie, Meln the Mouthless, and the Black Book. That was the connection to Apocrypha I sensed here. Black books are creations of Hermaeus Mora and his realm.
Tell me about the black books.
Black books are relics of Apocrypha. Each holds a different secret. Most are kept in the vast libraries of Hermaeus Mora's realm, but he sometimes gifts one to a mortal. In addition to forbidden knowledge, each serves as a portal to Apocrypha.
How many black books are there?
That is a secret the one who knows has not yet shared with me. I can count the number of black books I know about on one hand, and each is unique. Only one copy of each book exists. This is the first I have heard of one titled The Tormenting Eye.
So what now?
We must free Meln the Mouthless from Master Shel Rennie's grasp and retrieve the Black Book. But to do that, we need more information. Look around, Proxy. If Meln was indeed murdered here, there might be proof of Shel Rennie's villainy. The body of Meln the Mouthless. It is clear he was murdered at this very spot. That letter from Master Shel Rennie's mouth. That meeting must have been when Meln was murdered. Meln the Mouthless let down his guard and paid the ultimate price. His body has remained here forgotten and undisturbed for decades because he preferred solitude above all else. Now Master Shel Rennie has both Meln's spirit and his Black Book.
You said you knew what we needed to do.
To recover Meln and his Black Book, you must find Master Shel Rennie, and the letter you discovered explains how to do that. Go to the Assembly of Masters at Old Isra and question Shel Rennie's mouth, Vabdru. He shall know how to reach her.
You aren't coming?
No. Here our paths diverge. I leave Mouth Vabdru and Meln in your hands. While you pursue the spirit, I shall research the Black Book and contemplate the other threads of fate. I must determine how this factors into the threat against Apocrypha.
What do I do after I locate Master Shel Rennie?
Master Shel Rennie has trapped Meln's spirit in a soul gem. You must retrieve that gem or destroy it. Go to Old Isra and find Shel Rennie's aide, Mouth Vabdru. He must have an office in the tower called Telvara.
What can you tell me about Old Isra?
The Telvanni Assembly of Masters meets there. Well, their representatives do. The Masters themselves rarely bother to make an appearance. That is what they have mouths for. You want to go to Telvara. The mouths work out of that tower in Old Isra.
Why don't the Telvanni Masters attend their own assembly?
The Masters leave day-to-day concerns to their mouths. Their own arcane studies are far more important to them, and they try to avoid direct interaction with their rivals whenever possible. The fate that befell Meln is not an uncommon one.
Go figure.
This portal leads outside. You must travel to Old Isra from there. Defenses around Tel Hulin play havoc with portal magic.
Okay. Yeah, now I guess I'm going to Old Isra.
Wait, hold on. Headed to Old Isra. Oh good, you stopped. No time for details. People eager to see me dead will come over that hill at any moment. So, want to earn some easy gold?
What do I need to do for this easy gold?
The tower at Old Isra's east end. Inside there's a green mushroom. By that mushroom there's a dark elf. She'll probably insult you. She's my contact. Deliver this letter, then walk away with a pocket full of gold.
What's so important about this letter that people want to kill you?
Better you don't know. But fine. There's a spy among the Assembly of Masters. My contact's here to end the threat. Look, can you take this letter to her? Don't open it, don't look at it, don't talk about it. Hand it over and you're done. Deal?
Alright, I'll take the letter to your contact and Old Isra.
Remember, a dark elf by a green mushroom in Tel Hulin. Tell her, both light and shadow can be deadly. She'll reply, though only one chases the other. Then hand over the letter and she'll give you gold. Now, go while I lead my pursuers away.
Who's chasing you?
People working for the spy. That's my assumption, at least. When a dagger flew past my head, I took off. Look, you don't want to know any more about this. You don't need details to deliver a letter, and the more you know, the greater the danger.
Okay.
Get to my pursuers.
God, I remember when Bastion Mimic, when this DLC first came out, how many zone chats were after Bastion Mimic.
Any delay is unacceptable. We hired the Morag Tong to deal with this problem.
Bellow all you want. It won't change my process.
Outrageous! How dare you...
Master Phobes, a word, if I may.
Oh, it is Naru.
I know the effect I have on people. I either scare them or attract them, and they can't take their eyes off me. But few ever dare approach me, let alone try to strike up a conversation. So, what do you want to say to me, hero?
Both light and shadow can be deadly.
Though only one chases the other. Alright, it's obvious Folsey sent you, and she gave you the code of a courier. That tells me you have something for me. Go on then. Hand it over.
Falsey gave me this letter, said you'd pay well to get it, she was being followed, and led them away.
Folsey can fend for herself. Right now, I need to see if she learned anything to point me to the true identity of my target. Tridecim, the name on the writ, is an alias. Interesting. According to Folsey, House Drez established a camp to the south.
Is that important?
Folsey seems to think so. Since you want to get paid, how about you help me out? I need to assassinate a spy and tell Hulan. But to do that, I need to figure out who actually deserves my blade. It's quite legal. I have a Morag Tong writ of execution.
What's a writ of execution?
A binding document that gives me the authority to eliminate the name on the writ. We figure out who Tridecim actually is, I finish the job, you get paid, and we go home. Not together, necessarily. Depends on my mood. So, what do you say?
Sure. I'll help you figure out who Tridecim is.
Congratulations, you're my new Folsey. First, go to the servants' quarters to the west and ask Akigo about the spy. Then visit the Drez camp to the south and see if they have any connection to this Tridecim. I need to keep watch here, just in case.
Can you tell me about yourself?
You think we've reached that point in our relationship where I smile, wink, and divulge all my deepest, darkest secrets? Hero, you couldn't handle that sort of revelation. Just do the job, get paid, and you never have to see me again.
Come on, tell me about the Morag Tong.
Fine. I belong to the finest league of assassins in Tamriel. In Morrowind, we're part of the legal establishment. Instead of going to war, the leaders of the great houses employ us to settle scores and keep the peace.
Oh, PKs. Legalized PKs. That's cool. How do assassins help keep the peace?
By eliminating anyone who threatens the stability of the system. The great houses of the Dark Elves exist in a precarious balance. Without us, violence between them would spill into the open, rather than staying behind closed doors and false smiles.
And, well, I know the answer to that, but why are the Morag Tong interested in Aldisra?
It's not, and I couldn't care less about the Telvanni. House full of arrogant arses. I put each of them to the blade if I had the writs for it. This is strictly business. The Assembly took out a writ. I'm here to enforce it.
What do you know about the people in this room?
Foes is a typical Telvanni master, full of himself and twice as annoying. Sulis is reasonable, but he's hiding something. Then there's the servant Zemzo. I expected to deal mostly with servants and mouths. Surprised to find this many masters here.
What's the difference between the mouth and the master?
Not much, in my opinion. They're all just interested in gaining power, stabbing each other in the back, and earning higher ranks in the house. Mouths serve their masters, representing them so the masters don't have to leave their towers.
Anything else I should know about?
Just that lickspittle Alem Gito. He's Foves' aide. Made a good show of subservience, didn't he? Like all Telvanni's servants, I assume he's quietly vying for power in some way. The sooner we're done and I can leave, the better I'll feel.
Why does the Assembly think they have a spy?
Information discussed during the meetings of the Assembly of Masters has gotten out. One of the mouths accused this Tridecim, and the Masters applied for the writ. Unfortunately, no one here is named Tridecim. Means we actually need to do some work.
Anything else I should know to help you determine Tridessim's true identity?
You mean other than the fact that I have a writ for someone named Tridessim who apparently doesn't exist? That House Dres has a nearby camp? Or that I want you to question a servant named Akigo? Which of those would you like me to spell out for you?
Where did you get the name Tridessim?
It was part of the writ, provided by whichever scribe the masters had contact the Morag Tong. But since no one here knows anyone with that name, it must be an alias. Believe me, when I figure out who took out the writ, I plan to ask them about that.
Why is this House Dress Camp important?
Because Fosi thought me knowing about it was important enough to involve you. House Dres controls the land far to the south, near the Black Marsh border. Them setting up a camp near here could be coincidence, but it's worth checking out.
And why do you want me to talk to Akigo in particular?
Akigo is a contact I cultivated the last time business brought me out this way. For a minor servant, he excels at avoiding notice and absorbing everything that happens in town. He'll only help if it's safe. He knows what the Talbani do to traitors.
I've asked enough questions for now.
Are you sure? Don't want to ask about my favorite beverage, how I look so good without any effort, or which scrib I favor in tonight's race? Good. Then let's get to work, hero. We have a spy to identify.
God.
No, Sulis. I'm out of patience. We need this finished now.
Master Foves, calm yourself. This solves nothing.
Come, Gito. Leave the hireling to her work.
Yes, Master Foves.
Well, unlike Foves, I am at your service should you require anything.
Okay. Now, I'm really curious what's going to happen when I bring my DK character this way, since my DK character has finished the Ebonheart story, and Naryu plays an active role in a good chunk of the Ebonheart story.
You look like a capable forager. I need some help. Can we talk?
Sure, but I'm not going to do anything.
Thank the ancestors you stopped. Right. Well, I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I need to collect ingredients for a medicinal tincture, and I simply don't have time. I need someone to help.
Something tells me it doesn't have anything to do with all the alchemical crap that I've been carrying because I'm an ESO Plus member. A medical tincture?
Ah, yes. I am Balva Bemis, retainer to Oathman Lero Rawless of House Telvanni. Lero suffers from beastly headaches, and I'm making a tincture to address his malady. I need some hard-to-attain ingredients. If you aid me, I'll pay you well.
What are these ingredients?
I need the musk gland of a bull netch. I spotted some netch remains around Kemel Z. Also a plant called the volcanic stinkhorn from near Salem Mora. And lastly, fungal blooms from a dead shroom beetle. The best ones skitter around Tel Dreloth.
Alright, I'll get the ingredients.
Once you collect the ingredients, I'll make the necessary preparations at my workstation in Ald Isra. You know, getting the viscosity right and all that. Just come back here when you're done. I'll be here, tinkering on the tincture.
If you don't have any ingredients, how the hell do you... Okay, never mind. Alright. I don't even remember what I was doing here in the first place. Okay. So that's the main quest. That's the sub-story for Naryu, which I am about to drop everything and do simply because Naryu is cool.
Should we be concerned about the trouble in Necrom? They say the necropolis is closed.
Hallgrod, my dear hireling, do not worry. Fetch my tomes, or whatever's going on in Necrom will be the least of your worries. Apocrypha. Feh, I can't imagine the Magisters haven't already accounted for such things. What troubles me is ensuring that this hireling stays out of my hair.
You could brew something nice with that.
Did I spend enough time off camera doing this? No, of course I didn't. Go figure.
I have nothing to say to you, friend of the Dark Lady. Word travels fast in old Isra, outsider. I heard you work with the Dark Lady. Last time she came through, I had to clean up 3 bodies. If she sent you to ask for my help again, the answer is, politely, no. I do not want her to be angry with me.
She wants to know what you may have heard about a spy and tell Hulin.
Just information? No risk to scale or tail? Very well. I don't know about a spy, but a servant leaves the quarters late every Sundas and Midas night, then returns early the next morning. No idea who, but there's always a strange smell the next day.
Can I look around the servants' quarters?
What? No. It's locked for a reason. We servants don't have that much. I won't let a stranger in to go through our meager belongings. Nope, this key stays right here with me.
Okay, I'll find another way in.
Oh, I didn't expect you to be reasonable. That's refreshing. I can't give you the key to our quarters. My masters beat me enough as it is. But I happen to know that Garntz leaves his key on a table in the courtyard when he's working. Now, go away.
Should maybe do this number first. Okay.
Did you see that woman outside? If looks could kill, she wouldn't need those knives.
Shh. She asked about her assistant. Just keep your head down.
Someone's nervous.
Was that you, rummaging around upstairs? If you're a new servant, then I hope you learn to respect other people's belongings. Also, and I'll try to say this gently, your smell is quite pungent.
Heard any good gossip recently?
Well, last week, the head steward assigned me to Master Sulis' quarters. He's friendly in public, but exceedingly mean behind closed doors. I heard him talking with Masters Foves and Thilsi about a secret project, but I didn't get any details.
Ever heard a servant leave at night?
I have, and I wish they'd do it quietly. I won't tell the head steward, but they could repay my discretion by not disturbing my sleep. And no, I don't know who it is. Staying ignorant means I don't need to lie when someone asks.
Very wise policy. What about a strange smell?
Yes, and it's right in front of me. Have you been wrestling in the swine pond? Probably with the servant that sneaks out late at night, I imagine. Please take that smell and leave. We've been trying to air out this place for weeks.
Alright then. What about you?
Sorry, no time for the likes of you. The Masters and Mouse are very strict that we talk to no one. You don't even want to know what they did to me when they heard I accidentally told an elf from House Dres where the well was.
Gee.
Hey, hero. Find anything pertinent to my writ? Notice how the servants around here love me. They know I'm here for bigger scribs than them. Well, come to think of it, I have had a writ or two for servants over the years. 3, actually. Anyway, find anything useful in there?
I found this jar in the servants' quarters.
You brought me a jar. Ugh, it reeks like Asha's undergarments. Why in the world would a servant need a jar of Kaguti musk? I can't think of a single useful purpose other than to stink up the place. Did Akigo have any useful information?
He said a servant leaves every Sundays and middays night. The quarter smell awful the next day.
Well, I'd say you'd found the source of the smell. But why go out on specific nights just to return with a jar of stink? Could it be some sort of weird romantic rendezvous? That's no courting ritual that I'm familiar with. Anything else?
Master Solus, Foves, and Tills are working on a secret project.
Now that's interesting. Certainly worthy of the efforts of a spy, depending on the nature of the project. Let's you and I keep this to ourselves for now. See what else we can learn about this secret project.
I'll go search the Dress Settlement. Well, what do you know? High elves do tend to stand taller than everybody else. Oh. Lucky for me, I didn't actually get the heal off, or I would have just gotten a bounty alongside that other guy. What's this settlement I'm trying to investigate?
Bellwright Moran, should we be concerned about the trouble in Necrom?
Yeah. What do they usually say? The shortest distance between 2 points does not exist in video games. Especially open world games. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, I know this quest is technically not tied to the main story, but it's still a story happening in Necrom. Close enough. Ooh, wormwood.
You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
Well, if not, I'll just take a bite out of it.
Over so soon. You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
Hmm.
Counterfeit.
Over here, hero. Got anything interesting for me? Bosie's report didn't do this place justice. This isn't a camp. It's a House Drez foothold in House Telvanni territory. Any chance you found anything that will help us find the spy in there?
This report refers to Tridesum as a direct aid to a master.
Well, that narrows down the list of suspects. And it also tells us how they exchange information with their contact. They're using the Kuguti nests to the north as a pickup spot. Did you find anything else?
This letter indicates Tridesum was worried. They want to shift blame to Master Solus.
Add all this to that jar of Kuguti musk you found in the servants' quarters, and I think we're getting close to catching our spy. Using false names to identify the masters. Clever. And demonstrates a sense of humor.
Should we warn Master Solus about the gold in his bank account?
Not quite yet. This could just be another diversion. Let's not jump to too many conclusions just yet.
What's next?
So it appears that an aide or servant leaves messages for House Drez at the Kuguti nests to the north, using the musk to keep from being attacked. First, go to Tel Hulan and update Master Sulus. Then we'll check on those nests.
Okay, I'll go update Master Solus.
The clues indicate that Tridesum is an aide to one of the masters, who also sleeps in the servant quarters. They use Kuguti musk to approach the northern nests to exchange messages with House Drez. Update Master Sulus, then join me at the nests.
Can we go over what we know so far?
Not a bad time to review the evidence. Though I strongly advise that you not mention any of this to the mouths and masters at Tel Hulan. Where would you like to start?
Do we know anything about the information Tridesum is passing along?
Only speculation. It probably has something to do with that secret project the servant mentioned. Something that Masters Sulus, Foves, and Thusi are working on. Beyond that, it could be anything. A lot of important business happens in Tel Hulan.
What do we know about Tridesum?
Drez call the spy Tridesum. They're a servant, but more than that, a personal aide to one of the Telvanni masters. We also know that Tridesum passes information to the camp House Drez established outside Aldezra.
How does Tridesum pass information?
We deduce that Tridesum leaves their quarters late at night to drop information off at the northern Kuguti nests. They use musk to keep the beasts from attacking. The next day, Drez agents recover the information.
Is there evidence of a master's involvement?
Hard to say with confidence. Tridesum sent a letter requesting a transfer of gold into Master Sulus's bank account. And we could interpret that as evidence of his involvement, but it could just be a diversion. Let's not draw the wrong conclusion.
I think I'm caught up now.
Good, because we still have a lot to do. Head back to Telhulen and update Master Sulis. Placate him, but don't give him any more information than necessary. We're still not sure if he's involved. Then meet me at those Kagudi nests to the north.
Oh, if only I had a way shrine or the ability to warp there.
If I nod off, nudge me when we get there.
Says the guy who clawed somebody's eyes out for touching him on the shoulder. Although I suppose I could use the end of my staff.
Ah, you're assisting the Morag Tong agent, correct? As busy as I am, I can always spare a moment for the hired help.
Nario asked me to give you an update on the investigation. We're close to identifying the spy.
Oh, that is good to hear. Even though the Assembly enacted the writ, I know that Nario is under no obligation to keep us informed. I appreciate it. I know better than to ask for specific details. The Morag Tong prefers to work unhindered. Anything else?
Could you tell me who attends the Assembly of Masters meetings?
The Masters send representatives to the Assembly, our mouths. They have the authority to speak in our names. Some sessions require a Master or two to attend, as well as any aides and servants. Scribes take notes so every Master can stay informed.
I heard you were working on a special project.
You did you? Interesting. Yes, I'm working on something with Masters Foves and Thilsey. We've been meeting frequently until fairly recently. Then Foves stopped attending. He's worried about the spy. His aide delivers him notes after each meeting.
Thank you for the explanation.
A very informative update. Thank you. Now you should get back to it. We'll all feel safer and more secure once this spy has been dealt with. Permanently.
Can you tell me anything about your secret project?
Not especially. I suggest we change topics.
Any guess to the spy's identity?
To a Telvanni master such as myself, everyone is a spy and a threat. It's something of our way of life. Hence the need for you and the Morag Tong assassin. A fresh set of eyes and a dagger to get the job done. I suggest you get back to it.
Alrighty. Master Faves.
Hireling, I hope you have a strong sense of discretion. Talking to Master Sulis like that may not be wise. I have concerns about him. Have you and the assassin made progress?
We're close to identifying the spy, but other than that, I can't say.
I totally understand. What some call paranoia, I call prudent caution. This spy could cause irreparable damage to the Assembly, if not to House Telvanni itself. Tell me, what did you and Master Sulis talk about just now?
He explained the workings of the Assembly and how the Masters engage in special projects.
Did he now? How easily he let slip confidential information to a stranger. I know others find me grating, but I've spent my life making House Telvanni stronger. This spy threatens our stability. I need you to find them. Eliminate this threat.
Nario and I are working on that.
I don't like this feeling of the wolves at the door. Your confidence encourages me. Thank you for talking with me. Now I must go. I swear my aide Gito is avoiding me. Just between us, he's let his grooming lapse. His odor is quite unpleasant.
You mentioned something about your aide?
Oh, Alam Gito. Yes, he's been my loyal assistant for a number of years. Maybe I've been working him too hard. Seems like he has no time to keep up his appearance. And the smell! Perhaps I should get him a room outside the servants' quarters.
You seem suspicious of Master Sulis?
I'm suspicious of everyone, especially my peers and rivals. You have to be, in my position. Sulis, though, he's changed. I don't like it.
Changed how?
He has a new urgency about him. Always wants to talk about some new idea or another. For example, Sulis mentioned our secret project, yes? He insists that we meet in person. And with a spy and possible assassin roaming this tower? Ridiculous!
Can anybody tell me anything about this special secret project?
What? No, of course not. What part of the word secret are you unfamiliar with? No, I cannot discuss our project. Sulis should never have mentioned it to begin with.
He didn't. I wonder if that guy is the rat, or maybe he just happens to sleep very near the guy who done it. But the fact that we can't talk to him says a lot. Then again, if it were me, I would immediately think, huh, he smells, huh? Alright.
Always worth stocking up.
Alright, the Kogo tea. Ugh, river troll. Alright. Are you kidding? I legitimately gotta go find this damn thing? Okay. Well. If there was an active day-night cycle, I would totally...
Smell that? Just like the jar of musk, but 1,000 times worse. Search around. We know the message exchanges happen somewhere around here. Just watch out for Dres agents and angry Kaguti.
I updated Master Solus and Foves.
Good. I have no patience for that sort of thing. Did either of them happen to say anything incriminating? I haven't eliminated a Telvanni master in quite some time.
Not much. Master Foves mentioned that he's fearful of the spy and his aid kind of smells lately.
If Master Foves feels that worried about Tredesem, we can assume he's not involved. Unless it's a bluff. God, I hate Telvanni machinations. What was that about Alan Gito? He smells? Well, that's something we should check on when we return.
Now, if I was still playing regular ESO, or if I'd only played ESO these last few months, I would strongly suspect it's the aid.
Got to be better than that to stop us.
But having played both Judgments lately, amazing games, which I might stream, if I ever decide to go for platinums on those games. Oh dear lord. They,
Here's the other one. Before I let you find our spy.
I have reason...
Let's make this quick.
I will... my prime suspect is the servant. For all we know, it's the third master no one's mentioned.
See that? Probably something useful in there.
Interesting. Let's talk where there's some fresh air.
A whole stack? Very nice. That jingle of coins. Always a comfort.
Bristleback, 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 bristleback.
I smell like a Kagudi, this place smells like a Kagudi, and you definitely smell like a Kagudi. Let me see that letter you found.
Here, it indicates that Alam Gutat is Tridecim.
Master Foves's aide. Interesting. Once House Drez heard about the writ, they must have panicked.
So now we go and confront Alam Gutat?
Not so fast, hero. Have we found everything here at the Kagudi nests? There might be more clues scattered around this Drez message relay.
I found this other letter.
Ugh, what's that on the letter? Are you sure that's just mud? Why don't you just read it to me from over there?
Gutat gave the Dress details about a weapon called the Permeation Snare.
Ah, probably that secret project the servant mentioned.
Like with us.
Oh, just my luck. Hey, Minecraft, can I get some assistance? Well, clearly not.
Better overstocked than...
I smell like a Kagudi, this place. Master Foves's aide. Not so... Ugh, what's that on the letter? Ah, probably that secret project the servant mentioned. Foves is part of the project, so as his trusted aide, Guiteau gains access to the details. May have even taken the notes himself. What else?
Someone named Bristleback aided Gutat and forwarded gold into someone named Sparrow's account.
Bristleback. Sparrow, that letter and the dress camp explained these code names. This means Master Phobes worked with Gito this whole time. They even tried to frame Master Sulus as the spy. Can't say I'm overly surprised.
What's our next step?
My next step is quite clear. I kill Gito. The writ covers Tridecim and just Tridecim. Anything you want to do beyond that is up to you, hero. Let's return to Tel Hulan. Hopefully Gito is there so I can wrap this up.
Hey. Hey, I guess the job is only to stab one guy. I do kind of... I'm curious if that's a decision up to me. Do I...
Tell me, assassin, have you dealt with our spy?
Not yet, but I'm about to. Looks like we got to that letter before Gito. He never received his orders to slip away and make a break for the dress camp. Makes my life easier.
What happens now, Nario?
Now I complete my writ. I figured you'd want to witness a professional at work. After all your help, you've earned that right.
How does this work exactly?
The rules are quite explicit. I can only terminate the person or persons listed on my writ, and this writ only covers Tridecim. We know there's Gito, so he's my only target. A Telvanni master may be guilty of scheming, but that's nothing new.
Before you go, Falsey did promise me something for bringing you that letter.
She did she? I suppose you did go out of your way to help a woman with a writ. Here you go, payment is promised. Never let it be said that Noruvirian doesn't pay for services rendered. Thanks again, hero. Now, for my final bit of business. Master Phobes, it seems your aide has been speaking out of turn.
No. Mercy, please. If you're certain, assassin, then do as you will.
No! You'll have to catch me first!
Help is so difficult to come by. Pity you had to kill one of the good ones.
With that, the writ is complete. I'm still curious why Gito decided to betray his master, but I suppose that doesn't really matter at this point. In a place like this, you don't always need a reason for betrayal.
So what's next for Noruvirian?
Sharpening my blades. You never know how soon I'll need to draw them again. Then a trip to Necrom, I think. I should pay my respects at the necropolis while I'm in the area. I put a lot of ancestors in those catacombs.
It takes so long to find someone you can trust. Raise them up, teach them how best to serve you. So much time invested. Then they go and do this. Thank you, I guess. Now, please, leave me be.
With that, the writ is complete.
Oh, dang.
I see the Morag Tong was able to close out the writ. We thank you for your work. I doubt Gito had the courage or intelligence to do this on his own. I wonder which of my rivals was helping him.
Well, that's a POI completed. And now I guess back to the regularly scheduled bullshit.
My master wants you to convey this message to Master Shelrene. The Assembly will not tolerate threats or coercion.
These rumors disturb the other masters. Shelrene must moderate her ambition before the Assembly takes action.
I will relay your concerns to Master Shelrene. Forget what you heard, stranger. Master Shelrene cares not what the other masters think of her, or how difficult she makes things for me. So, what brings you to Telvara, the Tower of the Telvanni Mouths?
I need to talk to Master Shareni. Where can I find her?
Master Shelrene never comes to Aldisra. Telvanni masters rarely do. I expect she is at her tower Telbaro, but I would be a poor mouth indeed if I let you pester her at home without asking what business you have with her.
Don't you recognize me? I was assisting Master Shareni at Tel Rendis. She's waiting for my report.
Ah. Master Shelrene doesn't discuss her work with me. Very well. Take the Telbaro insignia from my office. You'll need it to unlock the wards. Otherwise, you'll never get through the cavern to reach the tower. She takes security quite seriously.
I'll go get that insignia now.
My office is through the north door and the insignia is behind my desk. Use it to unlock the wards in the cavern, or you'll never reach the tower. Telbaro is hard to find. Look for the cavern of the tower east of Old Isra. The tower is inside.
Okay. I say anything else? Maybe it is just how they operate, but the arrogance of these people surprised me. How are you just gonna threaten your servants in line and not expect them to at some point betray you? Don't need a blade like that. Or
That's it.
oh shit, that's not a player. Not gonna lie, I think my blade of woe might have just triggered my freaking my crystals. Cool.
Let's make this quick.
Dust Sabers. Master Shalrani has erected a new arcane barrier to ward entrance to this tower. Remain vigilant, as these wards are temporary until she has time to conjure something more permanent and durable. Note, only those of you authorized to enter the tower, of which there are precious few, will need a Telbaro insignia to temporarily unlock the wards long enough to gain entry. Without an insignia, approach the tower entrance at your own risk. 4 locks are situated throughout the tower cavern. Shit. Well, this is awkward.
Let's make this quick.
I thought he was gonna blade a woe, this guy.
Best, gentlemen. We need the right hidden within the tormenting eye, or else all is for naught.
Oh. This is also, she's in it for power.
I'll uphold my end of the bargain. I expect them to uphold theirs.
Oh, glad to take that soul gem.
You earned it.
Imagine trapping her soul in a soul gem.
Obstinate ghosts. You will give me access to the Black Book when I return, or else.
Over here! Quickly, before Shelreni comes back! I see you were able to follow the clues I left in my tower. But you took your sweet time. I can't defy Shelreni much longer. If we're going to get out of here and keep me from complying with that lying murderer, you must do exactly as I say.
What do I need to do?
My spirit is bound to the soul gem Shelreni used to capture me. Disentangling the connection will require more time and expertise than you have. So simply take the gem and leave. Without me, she may never be able to unlock my black book.
And where's the black book?
Shelreni took the black book with her, but without my help, she'll have to unriddle it page by page. The labor of days or weeks, not hours. If she can even accomplish it, she's too fond of the easy path to power. It will be her undoing someday.
What does Master Sharani need the book for?
She doesn't need it at all. She's in league with a Dremora, Torvasard, and a pair of Daedric princes. There's apparently a rite contained within the book they want her to cast. In return, they'll give her what she wants. Control of House Telvanni.
I'll get the soul gem. This is clearly a trap.
Can you hear me? With the gem in your possession, I can come and go as I please. Now use that portal and let's go. This will do nicely. Let's discuss our arrangement, my chariot of flesh and bone. Being dead and incorporeal isn't how I plan to spend eternity. But being with you is 1,000 times better than remaining in Shelreni's clutches. And we delayed her plans for my black book. Now, tell me about your dealings with Hermaeus Mora.
Hermaeus Mora chose me to help save Apocrypha and Nirn from opposing Daedric princes.
So, end of the world stuff. Well, that's something interesting at least. Obviously, you're going to need the help of a Telvanni Magister. Luckily, you have me. Let me conjure up a small reward for my old vault. A stipend for services rendered.
Cool.
Now, mind you keep my gem on you at all times. I can't help you save the world or advise you on matters of import if I'm not on your person. Unless I manifest, only you can hear me. Oh, and I can lend you certain abilities, such as my ghost sight.
Advise me about what?
Remember, I was a Telvanni Magister. Still am, as a matter of fact. One of the most powerful mages in the peninsula. And I've dealt with Hermaeus Mora before. And Shelreni. Don't you think my counsel will be worth listening to? Well, it is.
Why'd she murder you again?
Once, long ago, I was her mentor. But I recognized a darkness in her. And not the usual Telvanni traits. She was reckless, dangerous. I refused to sponsor her advancement beyond the rank of master, and she coveted my black book. So, she killed me.
Tell me about Ghost Sight.
It's an improvement on the ocular lens you used in my tower. I created a spell to produce the same effect without any need of a crude focus. Turns out, it works even better now that I'm dead.
Better? What do you mean?
My black book, The Tormenting Eye, contains many secrets. Ghost Sight was one of them. With it, I can expand your senses, allow you to see the hidden, the imperceivable, the unseen. I have no doubt it will prove important in the tasks ahead of us.
You said you'd advise me. About what?
Remember, I was a Telvanni Magister.
Oh,
Still
okay.
am, tossed in your pack. I expect you to find a nice silk pouch for my gem at the first opportunity. Now, let's be off.
We discovered much here, and gained a valuable ally, even though Master Shelreni took possession of the Black Book. One more thread of fate to investigate, Proxy. Take this portal, and see where it leads.
That's another skill. Yes, that's another skill point down the drain.
You're really going to have to carry around that soul gem with the... He can hear me, can't he? Never mind.
I completely forgot they do that. The companions have their own dialogues for certain events.
How can we honor our ancestors if the necropolis is closed?
The abbot ordered the closure for your own good, citizen. Curate Gadain, make sure no one enters.
Prelate? Oh, of course. No one enters the necropolis.
The necropolis is closed? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Well, I guess while I'm in town.
Doesn't feel right.
Let me talk to this guy because I don't want to have to keep watching that little thing play out every time I run
Sorry,
by.
friend, but the necropolis is closed today. And by order of the abbot, it seems. We've never turned away the families of the dead before, but if the rumors about illness are true, plague isn't something to be treated lightly.
Illness.
When Prelate Forum and his aides arrived, my fellow keepers of the dead were plagued with a strange malady. I was away when the disease struck, and I haven't been allowed back inside since. The prelate said the abbot ordered the closure, but...
It sounds like you don't trust the prelate.
Prelate Forum arrived from the temple, and suddenly my fellow monks fell ill. We were never notified of a visit, and besides, Forum isn't our usual prelate. Never even heard of him. If you can help, I can make sure you're compensated, I think.
I can look into Prelate Forum for you.
Fate must have led you here, friend. Prelate Forum arrived aboard the Stormwing. If you can find out where they boarded the ship, it might tell us something. Talk to the portmaster at the harbor, while I deal with any pilgrims that come by.
Speaking of fate, anything happened here recently that could be connected to Hermaeus Mora?
The Lord of Secrets? I hope not. I mean, I suppose Hermaeus Mora isn't bad as far as Daedric princes go. He's not part of the House of Troubles, after all. But trafficking with any Daedra is dangerous business. Everyone knows that.
Tell me more about the illness affecting the Keepers of the Dead.
I haven't seen it firsthand. Prelate Forum says the monks are delirious with fever. Now I'm stuck out here, turning pilgrims away, while everyone else is quarantined inside.
You think Prelate Forum is responsible?
I think he brought this sickness to the necropolis, yes. Perhaps he picked it up on the voyage to Necrom, although neither he nor his aides appear sick. Wish I could ask Abbot Ilvel about it, but Prelate Forum won't let me inside to see him.
If the keepers are sick, isn't it prudent to close Necropolis?
Maybe. But if it isn't spreading to the prelate or his aides, is it really that dangerous? I have no idea.
Tell me more about the Necropolis.
This is the Necropolis of Necrom, perhaps the largest and oldest necropolis in all of Morrowind. For thousands of years, families have interred their revered ancestors in these catacombs. It's my honor to serve as one of the Keepers of the Dead.
The Keepers of the Dead?
Yes, we're a monastic order. We keep the crypts in good repair. We help families make funerary arrangements. And we guide those pilgrims who come to visit their ancestors. We never turned anyone away. Until now.
You said you were away when the other keepers got sick.
I was with Abbot Ilvel when Prelate Forum arrived. I was barely introduced when the abbot sent me to get tea from the market. I'm worried about the abbot. He's always been kind to me. He and the monks raised me after... well, I had no other family.
Okay, well that answers my question. I mean, it's a little early, but I am feeling kind of peckish. As good old Mimir would say. Let me find a merchant to offload my goods. Well, I don't need a merchant for everything.
Ooh, the glitter.
Yeah, if I want to, I could summon a merchant on demand.
By the word.
Alright.
My primary function.
Alright, Twitch.
Back at it again.
I'm gonna call it here for the time being. I don't think I'm gonna stream this anymore tonight. But I might stream it in the near future if I'm not playing Dark Souls left, right, and center. Although, I do need to start working on real life things again, so God knows how quickly this is gonna fall to the wayside when I do. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, tell your friends. Been Alloway, signing off.